Hello, this is a World Energy Collective kind of general-ish read for the next 7 days. Just want to find out what's going on generally in the base energies, where we're at and things like that. So let's see. Current energies for our beautiful world. Base energies. Let's see. Okay, some sort of patience about any sort of conflict. Maybe healing about conflict as well. Healing the conflict. Let's see what else is going on. Working hard about the illusion as well. So, I think in the past the illusion was the reality, and it's kind of going the other way around now, isn't it? Is my spin on it. So, working hard about duality as well, really. Okay, so this has landed on the pack that I use for Divine Masculine, so let's see what that's saying. So, well, that is the Emperor, this drives that as well, that's the Divine Masculine in there. So it looks like the Divine Masculines is what I'm picking up here, is, there's some sort of justice, fairness, balance coming from justice, fairness, balance finally, because it wasn't balanced before. And sort of pushing to do that, driving to do that, no matter what's going on unconsciously, realising that it's somehow, there's a step up, there's a maturity, there's a drive to be sure that things are going to be just, fair and balanced. And this sort of wish for that, determination for that, really. Because that's very determined movement, going for it, So anything else? Well, heartbreak in the there's quite a strong energy within heartache. So it could be about a more committed, sort of solid way of living as well. So this is all about stability as well. So this is more on the feminine side, becoming more stable, secure, independent in their own right, working within the systems that we have as well, also connecting to spirituality as well, as they bring that to the solid reality and being successful kind of thing. It can be talk about commitments as well, and bringing things into stability with commitments, including things like marriages as well. That's that kind of card. And as I talk about that, there is a bit of a in the general energies of loving partnerships coming together, loving Two of Cups coming together, where there's been sort of this hero's journey working really hard. People have had to protect their hearts as well. You can see there's heartache here. We've got to be careful that we still allow our heart to be open, because that's like sort of a fence built up there. And if you see this person, they've kind of cut themselves off from all of the lovely greenery in a way of protection, perhaps. So it's like the hero's journey, but really, really hard. It does tell you there's hope for success here, and this certainly does tell you about success. It's all about success. So it could be more success where loving partnerships come together, really, after the ones that after they've worked really hard to maybe perhaps put in a balance and things like that, because of heartaches as well, that kind of thing as well. Anything else in the current energies for our lovely world? It's just a quick one here. Let me see what else is happening. Okay, let me read this. Yeah, so this one could be, so there's also these energies of, where there's been perhaps heartache and lies and deceit, choosing to be single. The thing with this card is, well, right, I've explained this before, but you see this is the lies and deceit card. What they do is they could hold more swords. As you can see, they've only got 2 in that hand, they've got 3, so definitely they could hold more swords, but they choose to leave 2 swords. Now, 2 swords is all about indecision and confusion, and that's what someone leaves with somebody when they lie and deceive to them. They're like, well, what the hell? Where do I go now? But they don't they don't realise what they're doing as well is taking with them their own confusion. And the Three of Swords is this. And that's what's happening, you see. Lies and deceit has created that heartache. So certain connections are deciding to be single and choosing to be single until Three of Pentacles is all about teamwork, and Six of Pentacles is bringing things into balance, which is this, which is happening with the divine masculines and masculines, well, ones who've stepped it up, so and mature masculines. So there is that decision to still be single. There is a wish for passionate new beginnings. It's saying it is a time really to do those new endeavours, sort of brand new, passionate kind of projects and, you know, new beginnings like that. So it is time to focus on that as well as you maintain the higher ground. And coming from, this is like the judge in the courtroom, coming from total honesty, being able to do head over heart, very much clarity and honesty and all of that, keeping that higher ground, not taking any BS. So there's that kind of energy where someone's very single. But if you notice, yeah, if you notice, there still could be a wish of commitment here on, you know, this could be the divine feminines being in that very single energy. And the divine masculines, there still could be a wish for commitment. There's just heartache in between all of this, because there is this hero's journey and a wish for Two of Cups to come together. So it is, you know, it's like things are balancing, aren't they? Because also what happens, you see, is this duality is being worked on. This sort of, on one side being the gorgeous sort of dog, on the other side being a wolf. So it's that duality, half moon, full moon thing. So yeah, so there's been a lot of work, see, put into that, which is part of that hero's journey that we're talking about. So as far as any conflict, because of what happened before and all of that, people not being on the same page, this card indicates it's time to listen to each other and have patience and, you know, be that kind of beautiful divine energy, really, you know, of healing and coming from that sort of source energy to help with conflict resolution, really. So that's a lovely read, actually, if that's what's generally going on in the collective. That's pretty cool. It's definitely that sort of divine alignment continues, isn't it, really? So coming energies, future energies coming towards us. Oh. Kind of ish, you know, very general, isn't it? But if these are the most strongest energies, then that's great, isn't it? Because that becomes the critical mass of it all, and it does spill into everybody else, doesn't it? So is good. Is what I think, anywho. Right. Energies coming towards us, future energies coming towards us, please. Quick one. Here we go. Quick. Just a quickie. Right, so maintaining that higher ground. Yeah. So it could be masculines coming from more clarity, and it really are sort of clearing the heads and coming from clarity, and being mature about being able to control emotions and coming from that justice, fairness and balance, really. Well, maybe not so much, I don't know, balance, it depends, because this one can keep the emotions totally out of it, you know. Whereas the feminines might be more coming towards, you know, loving themselves now, whereas divine feminines would all be about each other, for everybody. But it could be at the moment that feminines are more, you know, divine feminines are more, well, looking after me. I'm actually going to be more attractive by doing that. You know, so, and it's funny as I'm saying that, there's that love for self going on here, you know, there's that love for self here, and that might be what the feminines are doing. They've realised that given where someone didn't appreciate it or all of that, you know, it was just imbalanced, so they've had to pull back It's all about them. They focus on their own selves, you know, their creativity, and all that, all about my own wish fulfillment, loving me now, it's all coming back to me, all of that, maintaining higher ground, whilst the masculines are being more clear and clarity and right, this is it, kind of thing. Because there's a decision here about, you know, also it might be for these player type energies of, look, I'm not going that way, I'm going that way now, and gathering momentum and going for it as well. It also could be about just passionate, you know, going for things as well and just deciding to go for it. So there could be more, there could be more sort of just going for it now, you know, having that energy back to just go for it, more playful, making that decision, that kind of thing. And we've also got this, and that puts a death to the old things, ready for transformation into new things. Let me clarify this card, please. You see in the background of this card, there is optimism. That is the sunshine rising there. So I've asked to clarify this transformation card. This is about impoverished ways of living. It could be putting someone out in the cold because you know the heartaches that we saw in the previous. It could be because this is it. All right. I mean, it could be impoverished, you know, ways of living as well, where you've worked hard. I think it's both here. Here we go. Let's do as far as the financial kind of stability, it's going from, these are the energies going from sort of poverty mindsets, all of that, you know, instead of abundance mindset, you know, to working really hard. It is paying off for this new solid, you know, stable, financially included sort of beginning, really. And that's when the success, you know, it's like you've worked really hard and the success for that. And coming from honesty, you may find some sort of honest message though that might kind of make us feel a little bit stuck. We aren't stuck, but we are, you know, we aren't stuck, but we feel like we are. So it's a progression about your own stability as well, and moving out of any sort of impoverished mindsets to thriving, you know, and bringing the abundance within you. This time to celebrate on that. Keep going though, don't be stuck, keep going, you know, because something might pop in and you think, crikey, is this really happening or isn't it? Do you mean some sort of message thing? It might get us a bit stuck, but we aren't. Now, as far as the love, because this is the twin flame card here, divine connection here, 1111 card. It could be that, you know, with all that heartbreak before, connections were being left out in the cold. There is lots of, that's that hero's journey going on again. There's hope for success, for solid new beginning, a solid new beginning with our counterpart. Time to celebrate, you know, it could be people coming together, even people deciding to be engaged and all of that. There could be some sort of message about this that might have people a little bit, oh my God, what do I do? I feel stuck, but I'm not stuck. All right, and that's the transformation. There's transformation going on here for this improvement, this abundance. Really, it's in progression. All right, can you give us the clarification on the King of Swords? Okay, yeah. So this King of Swords. So that, as I say, these masculines now, they're bringing things into balance. They've got clarity now. Have patience. There's patience about this. Teamwork. There's that teamwork card that I talked about with that feminine energy that is what was needed. Because until then, being fully independent, which is what this lady is, and very attractive as well as she brings it all back to herself. So the masculines are kind of bringing it into balance. That's that 6, you see. That we talked about this three of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles. See the need for balance. it's sort of breadcrumbing. There's loads this person can give, but they choose to just breadcrumb all of that. So it's about balancing the scales and teamwork. And there's clarity with these masculines now. They know that. So, you know, they're connecting more to, say, the divine, or angels could be helping, whatever you believe in. But there's a patience about that, okay? So that is, you know, it's what I was saying, really. Queen of Wands, let's see. Ooh, Queen of Wands. So that's come out. Okay. Now that's come out upside down, which is not very nice, because the magician is upside down, is very manipulative, and obviously justice, fairness, balance, it's unfair. So it could be that, tell us more, because this feminine energy could be being this way because of that, because of the manipulation, because of the just injustice and the unfairness, and just decided to go alone. So or could it be that there's some feminines out there of being that way, that are being, you know, as well. We've got that to come to as well. So let's see. It's the strongest energies that we're talking about here, though. I hope it isn't that. You see, that's that selfish card came out, wasn't it? So tell us more. Can you clarify those cards, please? That Queen of Wands and the Magician. So yeah, yeah, it's a teamwork needed, yeah. And using intuition. Because of that duality, you know, there was an illusion created, duality, as I say, that's been worked hard on. Yeah, so it is, it's the feminine who's choosing to be this way because of just total manipulation and total injustice, really. There's a need for teamwork, there's a need to use the intuition hugely because of the illusion. There was just an illusion created. So, but on the masculine side, there's work being done and clarity seen and fairness moving. So, yeah, it's like these feminines are choosing to be that independent side, aren't they? As the masculines step it up and stop doing things that bloody hurt people massively and all of that. You know, and it's these are men and women who do this as well, so don't get caught up in genders. I'm talking about the more masculine aspects and the more feminine aspects, and the, you know, how it can be toxic and how it can be divine as well. So it's to get our heads around all of that as well, isn't it? Alright, so anything else in the coming energies? There you go. So it's the honesty, it's the honest conversations that, you know, and the coming from truth with good decisions is going to create the good fortune here. So, yeah, makes sense, doesn't it? Alrighty, so hopefully this is coming, this justice and fairness and balance is what's being desperately needed, you know, and it's coming. It is coming. Alright, I hope that helps. Take care. See you soon. Bye.